All right, guys. Welcome. Let's talk about list spendings. So you might have encountered this terminology out there, and you're wondering what is list pendants? What is list pendants? What is list pendants? What does that even mean, right? List pendants was one of the first things that I learned about this game. Um, now it depends on where you are in the world, but I think it's French language that was borrowed, and they use it in real estate. And honestly, oh, it's not French, it's Latin. It's Latin for pending lawsuits. Okay, I think somebody have actually tried to correct me on this channel before. I always think French, but anyways, pending lawsuits. But why are we talking about that in real estate, right? So I'm looking at Gemini says in real estate, a lease pending, Latin for suit pending, is a formal notice recorded in public records that a lawsuit involving the title to or other interests in a specific property is ongoing. It warns potential buyers or lenders that any future interest they acquire in the property is subject to the outcome of the pending legal action. That's a more technical way to put it, right? While not a lien itself, a lease pendants makes the property less attractive to buyer. We call them a cloud. It's a cloud over the title of the property, right? It makes them less attractive to the buyer as the title may be affected by the lawsuit resolution. Right, exactly. So what a list pending does is serves as a public notice. Public notice, that means everybody gets to see this. They see it. Okay. So everybody's seeing this information, right? Makes the property less attractive, not to people like you and I, right? Because we see an opportunity, right? So list pendants is another opportunity that you can chase after so that you don't end up with rentals that will end up losing money. Remember, it's less attractive, meaning less demand, meaning you have a property to sell, but you can't sell it because there's a public notice against the title of the property. What that means to you is that there's an opportunity to make money. Okay, but even better, an opportunity to serve, an opportunity to offer value to a property. Okay, is an opportunity to offer value to a property owner somewhere, a potential distressed property. So again, if we go back to prop stream here, you look at prop stream. If we go, I'm going to clear all. Okay, if I clear all, I go under filters. I go under pre-foreclosure, this tab right here, right? So depending on the county you are in the United States, there's how many counties are in the United States? Let me see how many counties. Many counties in New Jersey, I know it's 20 or 21. This is my home base. But in the US, there are 3,144 counties. Real estate are recorded, public notices, public information about real estate in the United States are recorded. I want to say safely I want to say safely, I don't want to be absolute, but I think they're all recorded at the county level government. Okay, so if you're looking for information about about real estate public notices, bread and butter, somebody said in the UK they're not public. I don't know, but there's somehow some way the people in that arena they find the information. Okay, so don't get stuck on the excuse. Use the excuse, turn them into questions. Go and get those questions answered. There are 3,144 counties and county equivalents in the USA. So there are places they might not call them county, but they're essentially counties, right? So for example, you go to certain towns in the southern part of the United States, police are called the sheriff, right? Here, sheriffs are county security officers, okay? But doesn't matter. Some people call them the cop, right? Doesn't matter as long as people are exchanging value, money, right? That's all that matters. So back to prop stream here. On prop stream, you can see recording dates. Okay, recording dates. You can literally go back 3 months. Let's go back. Let me close this. Close this. 1, 2, 3. I'll go back to the 5th, to today. Recording date. Last 3 months, so it turns automatic. So I could easily select last 3 months or last 6 months here. There's auction date. There's a difference between foreclosure. So list pendants is almost the same thing as pre-foreclosure. Foreclosure is when it's completely foreclosed on. The property has transferred title from the person that couldn't make payment to the bank or whoever foreclosed on it, the lien holder, right? The person that they were owing some kind of money against, right? At that point, it's foreclosed. Everything before that is pre-foreclosure, right? But a list pendants particularly is the public notice. Once the bank or the bank, with the help of the courts, right, the superior courts of the county, once they file that paperwork, it becomes public. Everybody can see it. What do I mean public? Well, I think they used to publish a newspaper. I'm not sure, but it means you can walk into any county house. You go through the doors. They do the what do you call it? Here they do the check metal detector, right? The sheriff will walk you. Say, okay, I'm going to the second floor. Second floor here. Well, depends on which part, right? You go there and they'll give you access. You can look at all the information you want. Some counties now have them available on the internet. You can literally log into a portal and see all of this information. At that point, when it's public, right? Some people say expressly public, right? Meaning they're not knocking or saying, hey, it's public, right? It means you have access to it if you want, okay? At that point, it's called list pendants. List pendants means opportunity for real estate investors. There's a difference between real estate investor and a landlord. A landlord typically is overglorified superintendent. We call them the super, right? And usually they don't get compensated enough for the amount of headache that comes with landlord activities. Okay? So that's why I'm telling you upfront right now. Like, if you're not structuring the deal in a way that you can afford a property manager, you're probably going to run into trouble eventually. You're going to get drained. Your bank account is going to get drained. And you're going to look back and be like, what am I? And then you might end up losing the property. Some people actually manage to pull through. But in this environment, with the prices out there for real estate, with the way the values are skyrocketing, it's usually not worth it. Okay, so that's what list pendants is. List pendants is it's a great opportunity for you. And you how do you spot them? You can literally walk into the county, like I said, and go pull the data manually, print them out. Why would you want to do that in 2025 and beyond, when for free right now you can take a free trial of PropStream and have access to all of the information across the nation, United States precisely. All right, so if I put that in there, you can also, I'm not gonna say pre-foreclosure release date. So pre-foreclosure release, I think it means that somebody has paid up or something like that. It might mean that, or it is now completely foreclosed on. So I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll find out what that means for you guys later. Okay. But if you set that up like that, you can say owner occupied. I like non-owner occupied, because when the owner is occupying the property, the emotions are involved. This is their home, and it's just a lot more headache, rightfully so, that you have to walk through, navigate when you're prospecting. But if they're not living in the property, they're like, they can't wait to get rid of this piece of property, right? I would be careful with this vacant. Sometimes it's not accurate, but I would say vacant is a plus, okay? If you notice that when you set it to yes, if the house is vacant, that means this property is a headache for real, because the ideal is that the property is being used, all right? And it's either rented out or they live in it, right? So if it's vacant, there's more reason why they might want to get rid of it. Now you can set the year of ownership here if you want. I like that year of ownership to be at least 7 years, but I'll put it minimum 10 years. Okay. Owner type, individuals are best. Okay. If they have it on an LLC, I've done deals with LLCs before, but first is individual. Somebody that will buy a property with the individual name is not a sophisticated individual. When I say sophistication, in terms of real estate only. Okay. there's a higher chance they don't want, this is not what they bargained for. They just want to get rid of the property. Absentee owner location, out of country, out of state. You could do out of state if you see that you're looking for a way to filter down the list. Maybe you have a certain amount of budget for direct mailing. You can do this, okay? Now, I do not use PropStream for any of this. I do inbound marketing, meaning they're calling me and I'm only using PropStream to analyze the value of the property, to analyze the deals. Now, to also look up, so in order to analyze the value of the property, I have to look up comparables to see what's happening in that marketplace, in that local, because real estate is local, right? In that locality, I need to know what's going on there. And that's what PropStream serves. But if you want to use it for this purpose, you want to pick up the phone and start calling people, you might be able to narrow down the filter down to like 10 pieces of property and call. But here's the downside to that. It increases the chances that you will not be consistent, okay? Because it's a tiring activity, and if you don't get a deal tomorrow, you might just quit. That's why I prefer running a marketing operation where I spend $25 a day or more on social media, digital marketing, and I just sit tight until deals comes in, okay? I used direct mailing for that similarly in the past, okay? I just send the letters out. I stopped thinking about it. Occasionally my phone will ring, and a couple of those phone calls, the first 2 years in the 2 to 3 years in the business, first 2 to 3 years in the business, 31 deals closed, averaging $25,000 to $30,000 a deal. The highest being $82,000 net. Okay, so I prefer that. I like to position myself in a place where there's a higher chance to win. If I have to be cold calling, for me as an individual, there's this extreme higher chance I will quit way too soon. That's just for me. There are many people doing it, cold calling, and they make good money, you know. But usually those that are successful with cold calling also tend to have employees pounding the call for them. They still have to set up systems. They use auto dialers and they do it at scale, right? The ones that are, you know, and there are people that have called maybe 5 calls and they find a deal, but it's a setup for failure, because what happens is that the deal's not going to come, the next deal is not going to come that fast. All right, that's all I have for you today. I will keep coming back every week. I hope that you find value in this. If you find value in it, make sure you tell the algorithms by hitting the like button. Just hit the like button. Make sure it lights blue before you leave. But if you actually want to help me, I hope you want to help me, share the video with other people that may find it valuable, right? Share with them. But I'm showing up here. I do not sell courses anymore. I'm sharing all the information there is to know for free right here, okay? I don't sell courses. I believe in we need to be executing. It's all the information you need is out there, okay? My job here is to help you consolidate so that you can see them in one place. But I'm also looking for partners, people that know they don't have the time to run this, but they want to partner with me. The information is scrolling to the screen. Feel free to reach out in any of those ways. And there are many ways to partner, okay? If you don't have any money or you have lots of money. If you don't have money, that means you must have time. If you have a lot of money, usually you don't have time. Either way, there's a place where you can fit. Just reach out and we'll talk about it. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.